Right. Hey everybody. This is Helen, your Stampin Up demonstrator from Taranaki, from Bell Blog. Nice to catch up with you today. Sorry, I did actually type out a reminder a little bit earlier, and I typed it and I thought I had pushed the final step to post on my page, and it's still sitting there when I went to do my live now, so no reminder earlier. Sorry about that. So what's happening in my world? Well, life is still really busy. I've got my husband home now, which is really good, so that makes life a little bit easier. Busy on the farm, busy doing lots of things. I've got builders here and I've had the electrician here today, so we're just finishing off our bathrooms, doing some work in the laundry and about to start in the ensuite. So quite exciting times really, but very hectic. So if you do hear some banging and crashing, it's just the builder upstairs doing some work. So I see Andrea's here. Hi Andrea. Susan's here. Hi Susan. Nice that you're able to join me. So yeah, so it's been crazy. I've just come downstairs and thought, what am I going to make? So I've thrown some things on the table and let's hope that my card turns out okay. Right. Oh, there's a few people coming on board. There's Lynette. Hi Lynette. Nice for you to join me today as well. So it's always my pleasure to come on board on a Thursday. Oh, watching while working, Andrea. Yeah, why not? Sounds like a great idea. So yeah, I thought I would play with some designer paper, a wash with flowers that I did a class on not that long ago. I really love the papers in that, and do a fancy fold card for you today. So I'll put you on my card frame. We'll get started. I'll make the card and then I'll just give you chat to you a little bit while we're doing a few things. We've got a little bit of cutting out to do, so that will keep you busy. Oh, Alana's there. Hi Alana, nice that you're able to catch up with me today, so that's really cool. So so I'll put you on my card tray and we'll get started. Okay, so I thought I would use the Wash with Flowers. Now the Wash with Flowers stamp set is this, stamp set paper. As you can see, I haven't had a lot of sleep lately. Beautiful papers. I loved doing the class with them. Really gorgeous. But sometimes we have these beautiful papers and we don't actually get to use the backs of them. So today I'm going to use the back of the papers. So it does seem a shame sometimes to cover up the beautiful front images, but sometimes it's really nice to use some of these other sides of the paper as well. So what I have got here in front of us is the stamp set Stacked Stone. I'm going to do something with that and some soft suede. I've decided to go Balmy Blue for my base. And I'm going to use these two papers. So these are from the Wash with Flowers, as you see, florally one side, but beautiful and subtle on this other side. I don't need that piece. And a couple of pieces of white. And I do have a piece of soft suede as well. Right, so let's hope this all comes together the way I can imagine it in my head. But we will see. So first of all, we are going to fold our piece of cardstock in half. Now this is half a sheet of A4. It's 10.5 centimetres by the length of your A4 cardstock. So we're going to fold that in half first of all. And grab a bone folder and do that. Now let's just see where we're at here. Oh, yeah, just trying to keep an eye on the comments on my iPad. So that will be cool. So that's in half, and then I'm going to use this pink, but I decided that the pink on the blue, if I put the white behind it, just breaks it, which is really nice. So I just like this as just something, just like a plain background. So I'm going to grab my seal, and we will put that onto there. So we're going to put that onto the white, and it just is a nice contrast colour in between the designer paper and the blue. I wasn't sure what colour to do really, but I thought, oh, this was just in front of me. It's like, that'll do. We'll do that today. Right, and we'll just centre that onto the blue like so. Oh, I'm dropping everything. It's been a bit busy here. Lots of people around. Right. Let me just grab my other pieces off the floor. Right, so that is going to be the front of our card. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this sheet of designer paper from that set, and I'm going to cut out something maybe like this one here. So I will cut that, grab a scissors and cut that out. And sometimes we have these beautiful papers and it's like really nice to make the most of them while they're available. We will be having a new catalogue coming out soon. And what normally happens within Stampin' Up is that the designer papers will retire, okay? So it's such a shame to see them go, but you know, it is what it is. So let me just, I see that I'm not even, you're actually seeing a lot of the table without seeing what I'm doing here. So let me just adjust this, put this through there like that. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to have lots of new things coming out, which is going to be exciting, and there will be a retirement list come out beginning of next month. So looking forward to seeing what we're going to have as carryover and what is going to be going. We will be having a colour refresh, so that's quite exciting. I always love seeing new colours come in. We always have the in colours that come in for the 2 years, so we will have some of those retiring. And there are some of my favourites going, like Fresh Freesia is like my ultimate favourite. I love Fresh Freesia. And also Soft Succulent, love Soft Succulent, and Evening Evergreen. They're like my favourites out of the in colours that will be leaving us. But never mind, there will always be something else coming in. So we've just got to look forward to what we're going to have that's going to be new, which is very cool. But with a colour refresh, Stampin' Up do change some of the colours in our main colour range. So that's like your brights, your subtles, your regals and your neutrals. So it will be very interesting to see what we have come in and what's going to be going. But like everything, change is always good. Keeps us up to date with the fashion trends in colour. And sometimes it's just colours that we all love that... I'm not doing this very well. I need to bring my camera up a bit high, just so I can see if that helps. Yeah, I'm busy cutting and you're not even able to see what I'm doing. So looking forward to the colour refresh. That's going to be great. Right, so I'll just go around this as quick as I can because I don't want to hold you up all day just while I'm cutting things out. But it is quite nice. I quite like colouring. Some people don't like colouring. Cutting, sorry. We had a little bit of a strange night. We were up at 4 o'clock again last night and the night before. Yeah, Donald's not sleeping very well. But he managed just to get a few hours sleep. So that's an improvement. So that's really good. But it makes for quite long days. But we will get there. And as time goes on, it will get better. Right, so what else is happening? So the colour refresh is exciting. And, of course, there will be retirement of a lot of stamp sets, a lot of dies. Most of the time when we have new catalogue, all the designer papers go, so I'm quite expecting that the designer papers will go, so I'm just making the most of using these beautiful papers. There are some amazing papers in this catalogue and I've loved doing my classes with them. So look at that, getting there, not much to go now, but it is so worth it because when you have beautiful papers like this, why wouldn't you use them? Why wouldn't you make the most of it? Now, what else is happening in my world? Oh, classes. Busy with classes. Have loved catching up with my ladies. I had to cancel a few classes when I was down in Wanganui Hospital with Donald. So it's nice to be back. Look at that. Isn't that just absolutely stunning? So if I was at home and I had a little bit more time, I'd probably cut a little bit more out. But I don't want to hold you up for too long, so I'll just cut that little bit of white out of there. There we go, that's cool. Okay, so we'll grab some dimensionals and we'll pop that on the front. That's our front of our card done, just like that. And one there, might just put one down there. That will probably do. Right, we'll just take those off. That's my pick-me tool, there we go. Makes life easier. Beautiful. Right, which way are we going to go? This way, maybe. Was it this way? don't know how that needs to go. Oh, that'll do. There we go, just like that. Beautiful. So that's the front of our card. Now to make the inside of the card, we're going to have a piece of white here because we need an area to write on. And I will put that in just a bit later. I just need to do a couple of other things first. And I've got this beautiful piece of designer paper here. So this is the back of another paper out of the Wash with Flowers. So these are really pretty. And I think that would be really nice and subtle on the back there. The other thing I'm going to do is with this piece of suede, we're going to do some cutting and scoring. Now, it's been a couple of weeks since I made this particular fold. So just bear with me and let's hope I get it right. So we have this piece of cardstock here is 10 centimetres. I'll just measure it on here. 10 centimetres by 13.5 centimetres. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it in our trimmer. So let me just go down a little bit further so you can see it. So when you're doing a 1 centimetre strip, rather than try to hold it down there, which is a little bit more difficult, if you push it up past the cutting line to the 1 centimetre, and we are going to score that, then we are going to take it down to 4.5. So flip it around now and you go down to 4.5 centimetres, which is there. And then you score that one. And then you go down to 10 centimetres and you score that one there, like so. Now at 10 centimetres, we're also going to do some cutting. So what we do is we lift up this and we slide our little cutting blade along to 2 centimetres. Now the 2 centimetre mark you see on the top of the ruler here. So you're going to cut from 2 centimetres to 8 centimetres, which is there. Okay, then we lift that up, so that's just cut between there and there. We take this back to 6 centimetres, and we're going to again start at 2 centimetres again. Okay, so we've cut along there and we've cut along there. The next thing we need to do is we turn that, and this is a 2 centimetre gap and that's a 2 centimetre gap. So you're going to place that at 2 centimetres, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut between this cut line and that cut line. So you can use the little mark on the blade there to see where you're going and join that up to there. That should be about right. So that's cut across there, and then we flip it around and put it in at 2 centimetres again, and we're going to cut from that cut line across to this cut line, just like that. I think that's about right. And that takes that little piece out the centre. Okay, so this is the piece that we end up with. Okay, now I'm going to use the stacked stone and the soft suede ink pad. And what we do is we ink up the stamp, because I wanted the look of timber, but we haven't got a timber stamp anymore. But there, like so. Put a piece of scrap paper on top and then rub with our hands. So with the palm of our hands is really good. If you rub with your fingers, sometimes you get finger, you got more pressure in lines. So you want it to be nicely covered. Right, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Right, we'll move that aside. So now we're going to fold these fold lines like that, and I'll just grab some tear and tape, and I'll just see how far we need to put this in. So this, what we're going to do is we're going to put tear and tape along this little 1 centimetre fold, and we're going to put 2 strips of tear and tape along there as well. Okay, so just along there like that, and along there like that, and along this one like that. Okay, so that's all we need to do with that piece. So if we bring our card base back again, so this is how it opens. This is the top. we're going to put this piece of designer paper in like that. Now let me just check how that's going to go. Yep, that'll be fine. So we'll put that in. I just cut this at 10 centimetres by 10 centimetres. I probably could have cut it down, but I haven't had time to measure it, so it will do for my Facebook Live today. So we'll just put that in the background like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to peel these two pieces of tape off, and you're going to line this up along the fold. Oh no, we are going to, first of all, before we do that, I forgot about this. We're going to put our other piece of white cardstock on there. Okay, now this piece is 10 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres. And I forgot to tell you, the white on the front is the same size, and the designer paper on the front is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8 centimetres. Right, now we can put this one down. So it will go over top of the white, but that's fine. So we're just going to position that just like that. So that's where that's going to go. And then what we're going to do is we are going to attach that to there. Okay, and that becomes a little table. That's what we're doing. So if you fold this forward, fold it down so you've got two folds, 1, 2. You're going to take your tape off. Yeah, take your the cover of your tape off there, and then fold your card down. It will end up in the perfect place for folding your card. So that's your little table, right? Just like that. Okay, now I know what I was going to do. Let me just grab. Oh, don't know where it is now. Let me grab up here. Here we go. This might work. A little bit of a doily on there, so it's like a little tablecloth. So if we work that out, we only need it to about here. So let's just put that in our trimmer. As you can see, I'm making this up as I go. So we put it in the trimmer about there. Cut that in half. So these are retired, but you might have something like this at home, or a doily of some sort. So these would be very cute. Just on there, just to give a little bit of, like it's a little tablecloth. Just fold that over the edge a little bit. Okay, and then I might just use a little bit of glue in the background here, because that will probably be covered a little bit. So just do that, just so we can get it to stay in place while we do the rest of it. So just put those pieces there and just hold that for a second so that can just stick. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I had a vision of what I wanted in my head, and do you think I could find the stamp sets and things I wanted to use? No, I couldn't. So some things have retired and they would have been perfect for what I'm wanting to make, but never mind. We will design something anyway. Right, so I've got this little pot. So I'm going to stamp that, and I'm also going to stamp this flower. So this is from the framed florets. Okay, so this flower here. So I will stamp that first of all in Memento, just like that. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to change it and do something different, but that's fine. Okay, and I'll stamp this little pot in the soft suede. Oh, look at that, cute. Okay, so let's just work on our pot first. So I know I could have used the punch and punched the bottom part of this and then just trimmed the top, but it will take 2 seconds to do this just like that. Okay, so that's our little pot for our flowers. Now just a thought. Let's have a look on this paper I had here that I have cut. I wonder if that might work. Let's have a look. Oh, that might work. Okay. I think I'm going to use one of these actually, just because I can. So, sometimes on the edge of your papers you have pieces like this, and you can use them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut around like that. I'm going to cut around like this, and sometimes you just shape it like that, okay? And then I don't want that blue flower there, so I'll cut that from here, and I'll just cut these ones just like this. This will save me actually colouring it and doing another flower, because these flowers are so pretty. Why not use them, eh? Right, so I'm just going to go round like that, as quick as I possibly can. I'll probably pull this apart after I finish my Facebook Live and I'll just cut it properly, but this will give you an idea of what we're doing. I could have picked an easier flower to cut out than this designer paper, but I love it, so too bad. You just have to bear with me while I go as quick as I can round here like that and up there like that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Right, and that could be your little vase that this little bunch of flowers is going to sit in. So you can probably see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the little vase of flowers in here. So what I'm going to do is I'd really quite like to pop the little vase up. So what I'm going to do for that, and let's hope this works, because it's funny how you make things up sometimes as you go. So I'm just going to fold a little piece over like that, and we probably need it about that high. Fold over, so I'm just going to cut that like that. So what is that? Let's have a look. That is about 3 centimetres by 1.5 centimetres. It's just a little off cut, and I've just folded the 2 ends over like that. So what I will do is I will now put a little bit of tear and tape. Oh, I could have made a long one. Oh, let's just do that. Oh, and I changed my mind. So this is what happens when you're creating. I love spending time just sitting in my classroom creating, because I start to do things and then I start to think, oh, I could do that. Oh, I can do that. And next minute my card ends up having lots of different things on it. Right, that will be fine. And if I go up to about there and I'll cut it off about there. Let's have a look. What's that? So it's about 6.5 centimetres, that little strip. And you're going to have a piece there and a piece here. So we're just going to do, there you go, a couple of little things like that. Okay? Piece of tear and tape on each end. I'm sure this will work. Let's hope it does, eh? Okay, and so what we're going to do is we'll peel the bottom one off. If it doesn't, I'll just dimensional them on. But I think this will be fine. I think we're going to create this amazing look. So we'll stick that one on the table like that. And then this one here needs to go down, but we need to be able to have it flat when we close the card. So what we'll do is we'll just put it like that, and we're going to close our card like that and make sure that that little piece attaches where it needs to. Oh, now it's come off there. We don't want that. Come on, stick. Doesn't want to stick to the vellum. That's the problem. I know why, because I've done it wrong. It needs to be. I needed an extra piece. I didn't realise that. That's fine. We'll just fold it over again. Now we'll be right. See, make it up as you go. Okay, so what we've done, we have a little fold there, a straight piece, and 2 folds there, because we need to be able to fold that one onto there like that. So what we do, fold that down, close that, Oh, and it didn't stick because I haven't taken the back off. Don't you hate that? And this doesn't want to stick because of the vellum. Let's just grab my... Oh, I don't know where my glue dots are gone. They've disappeared. I'll grab a glue dot. Just a moment. I haven't made one with a little standy up thing on the table before. So this is all new. So let's grab some glue dots because they will stick to the vellum really well. Try again. Right, so that goes onto the vellum like that. Then this has tape there, so you're going to fold down the 2 folds. Close your card. And there's our little pop-up piece here. Right, now it's all working. So we're going to have our little bowl sitting there, and then we're going to have our little thing of flowers sitting there. So when it pops up. So we need to grab some dimensionals, pop them on here. So there's 1, 2, and then we'll pop our little bowl on there like that. Okay, then we need to pop this on there like that, so we'll put a dimensional under here. We're going to have to double dimensional here because we've got 2. You're going to have your dimensional for your vase and your dimensionals for your flowers. Oops, I hope you can see that. Then you're going to pop that on there like that. Ah, isn't that cute? So there you have your pop-up vase on your table. Just like that. That's cute. I'm really happy with that. I like the little tablecloth as well. And then along here, I haven't put a greeting on this today because sometimes we're not sure what we want to use for a greeting. So you could do something like a little strip of a word of any sort. I could use something like these that would make a really pretty birthday card. So if that, I could put happy birthday across here. I might just do that because this is probably the most beautiful stamp set as far as words goes. Go-to greetings, beautiful fonts, which are gorgeous. So we'll do that, and because this is stunning, let's find our soft suede ink pad. So there you go, the card did come together in the end. I just had to think about it a couple of times because the card I made similar to this was a tall card, but we didn't do any pop-up thing like that, stand-up thing like the vase. So there you go, beautiful happy birthday. So you could write who it's to and your little note on there. But there you go. So that is our gorgeous little card with our awash with flowers on there. Instead of stamping flowers and cutting them, I just used a little piece of the designer paper. They stick up, which is very cute. Our little table and our tablecloth and a place to write there. I hope you've enjoyed that. That was fun. It was a little bit stressful trying to get it to work, but we get there in the end, and that's the thing. It's like never give up. Sometimes you just got to play and try different ways of making it work. So that's my card for today, okay, with a little stand-up table. This is what I'd like you to have a go at. Follow my instructions on my video. Right. Okay, I'm sorry we had a little bit of a muck-up getting the flowers in the vase to stand up, but never mind, we got there in the end. I see there's a few more people on board, so that's great. And Kelly's there. Hey, Kelly, hope you're having a great day. Right, so thank you very much for joining me. Now, we had cards last week. We had a card from Jane, and there was a card from Jill. So thank you, Jill. It was nice to hear from you today. So I got someone to judge those, and the winner this week is Jane. Congratulations with your black and red and white card. That was very, very cute and stunning. I love seeing your creations. So please, ladies, if you do make a card like this, please send me a photo of it. Okay, I love to share them. It's really nice for us to get different ideas of what things we can put together and the colour combinations we can use. So it is very, very exciting times. Right, online store is happening at the moment. So if you go onto my page at helenmckeown.com, shop.stampinup.net, you'll be able to view the online store. Now, the online sales promotion at the moment, there are some beautiful things. They're only going to be shown on the online store. They are not in a catalogue, and there's some great things there, some really nice things to play with. So have a look at those, and if there's anything you want to know about, let me know. If there's anything you want to know about today's card or the products I've used, please just let me know. So it's been great catching up with you. I've got to go now. I've got a few things to do today and a couple of appointments. I'll go and see what the builder's doing and see what Donald's up to. And yeah, I will catch up with you all again next week. So between now and then, have a great time crafting, have a great day, and look forward to seeing you next week. Now, I will be, I'm just organising I just want to tell you about it quickly because it's quite exciting. I'm going to send out an email to my customers. I'm going to collect thank you cards. Anyone that wants to send thank you cards to me, we're going to put notes on there thanking everyone for their help, and we're going to send them over to Hastings and Gisborne to put in for people to give to the volunteers to just say thanks for what they're doing. So I just thought it's a nice thing to do. We are a card making business, and we're trying to think how we could send a bit of happiness and a bit of joy. So we will put our little notes in the cards saying thank you for what you're doing, or for all your help, and then we will send them all over, and then the people in the volunteer centres can give those out to some of the volunteers and just say thanks for everything, because I think it'd be a nice way of brightening someone's day. So that's my little thing. I'm just trying to organise all that at the moment. So if you'd like to send cards, just let me know and send them down to me, and I will send them on. Okay, you guys have a great day, and I look forward to catching up with you again next week at 2 p.m. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.